Good morning, Nerdfighteria. For Christmas, I got this really cool map. I like it a lot. It makes me think of travel. All the places I could go, and how I could get there. It's a big continent after all. But today, I'm not going to talk about travel. I want to talk about home. My home. Toronto. I grew up in an area called the Beach. It's a beautiful neighborhood. It's just better here. We feel almost separate from the rest of Toronto, with no major streets running through, and the main transit is a streetcar that runs right to the other end of the city. It's really pretty here. We also have beautiful parks. Toronto has been called a city within a park. In this neighborhood you can really see it. From the woods of Kew Gardens to this thing, to my favorite park, Woodbine Beach in Ashbridges Bay. And when it's 14 degrees in January, you have to go for a walk in the park. With our bike paths, our above ground pools for people who don't really want to swim in the lake in the summer, positive graffiti, and squirrels that really should be more afraid of humans. We have a really lovely place here. We're really lucky. And it's lucky for this squirrel that he's still afraid of dogs. Don't worry, he was fine. So as I looked out at the water, as I have so many times before, I thought about what this place means to me. This is the neighborhood where I grew up, but it's also where I've settled. It's where I've begun to build a life and a career. This is where I have my roots. As I walked along the boardwalk, my feet traversing the planks they know so well, it was like walking through a memory. The whole city is saturated with memory for me, and it can be hard to experience anything really fresh here. In the winter, people like to bring their dogs to the beach, no matter the weather. The whole place is an off-leash dog park through the colder months. The parks make the city a really great place to be a dog, but it also makes it a great place to be a kid. Wandering these parks and looking out at water that feels as big as an ocean but has no tide, you can forget that you're in the biggest city in the country. The metropolitan area has over 5.5 million people, but you can still feel like you're lost in the wilderness. But I don't get lost here. I sometimes worry that by staying in one place, I'm letting other opportunities go, that I'm stuck. Most of my friends come from other cities, even other countries. I'm one of the only people who stayed where they were. What if I'm not where I belong? That's what I thought as I watched this duck. He also didn't really seem to belong here. I wonder where his duck friends are. As Holden Caulfield says, where do the ducks go in the winter when the lake freezes over? Well, where did your friends go? Why aren't you with them? I did find the ducks' friends. They weren't far, they were just around the bend, along with a great many seagulls. They seemed just fine to winter here. I guess they do belong here. There must be enough open water for them to survive here all year round. And as I thought about it, I realized that anyone's going to have some memories they carry with them, and mine are overwhelmingly positive. This is a wonderful place, and if it suits me, why should I leave? I'm a part of Toronto, and it's a part of me, and I'm happy with that. Best wishes, from Colin. Well, there goes my plan of doing a production of Othello.